Now that we have 3 dogs at home, it's interesting because they're all kind of different energy levels. Like Hattie, our Great Pyrenees, she's 6 and she likes to go for walks, but like not long hikes at this point. She also has pretty bad hip dysplasia. Obviously, Gus and Arrow are super young and just kind of like medium to high energy breed dogs. And so I have to get them out kind of separate from Hattie because Hattie can't keep up. And I always feel kind of bad. I'm wondering if you guys have multiple dogs with multiple like different energy levels, how do you handle it? And do you feel guilty if you have to leave somebody behind? Because I struggle.
To catch you up to speed, I'm Caitlin. A few years ago, I decided I wanted to build a life that gave me more time to spend outside, grow food, learn about the land, and appreciate the little things. My partner and I planted more than 200 native plants, started a garden, and fell headfirst into learning about soil, permaculture, and all the tiny ecosystems happening in our own backyard. This week, I'm making it a point to find the right balance between all the things that bring me joy. Getting outside, being in the garden, and spending time with my 3 dogs, all the while squeezing in my freelance work along the way.
Gus is still trying to figure out if he likes to swim, so he let me lay down in the river and chill for about like 3 minutes, and then I think he gets cold because he is so skinny and has such little fur. But it was still really nice to get in the river. That was my first time of the year in June, which is pretty nice, pretty early honestly, and the river felt super good, not too cold, which is probably concerning. We are headed home and I think it's just time to chill. Gonna have a cider in the yard. Look who joined us. He always sleeps in a little bit more. Good morning. I have been really struggling to get anything done. Pardon the squeaky stairs. Also, isn't this so cute? Hello, we got this old metal frame, and then each year we fill it with like dried flowers from the garden at the end of the season. Pretty cute. I love it. I've been struggling because it's been so hot, like 100 degrees each day. I hate the heat. That's why I honestly don't love summer that much, even though it's gardening season. But it's so hard to be in the garden when it's so hot. So I haven't gotten much done, but I need to water. I've been trying to water in the evenings or the morning, and I didn't water yesterday, so definitely need to do that. My tomatoes are out of control. The ones I overplanted, of course. So I need to prune those and kind of clean up a bed of Asian greens that are now bolting and figure out what to plant there. I'm just getting ready. I have kind of a busy day today. I have a bit of client work that I need to do, and then this afternoon I am taking Hattie to swim class. She has hip dysplasia, and it's been very helpful. So I'm taking her to that today. It's very cute. I'll try to share some footage. And then, yeah, I want to get the pruning of the tomatoes done. It's worrying me because if I don't do it, I feel like they're gonna grow, you know, like fungus or something. Anyone else? I love the song. Ready for a swim, Hattykins? You ready for a swim, girl? Here we go.
Come on, Hattie. Good girl. Good girl, Hattie kids. Finally, our yard is mostly shade, so I can emerge from indoors and go out into the garden. It's 8 p.m. and 83 degrees. I know there are places that are like scorching hot, but like I just don't even have to consider that heat because I already know that the summer heat in the Northwest is too much for me. Hi, Gus Gus. I so confidently overplanted this bed. I'm usually an overplanter and it's been fine. I don't listen to plant spacing recommendations, but I've never done it so densely with tomatoes, and I'll be honest, I'm overwhelmed. I let them go too far without pruning them, and it is a jungle. Like, around my feet are just so many clippings from what I've cut off. I love that in the evening the birds come out and I can be working in the garden and they're not scared and they're just chirping and eating. And you can hear them like breaking open the sunflower seeds and stuff. And I love it because they plant sunflowers in our yard under the bird feeder, which ends up looking very musical come September. But things are looking much better, just like a lot more airflow. I trimmed off all the big like sun leaves on the bottom that weren't even getting sun anymore, and I can finally see some tomatoes coming through. It's very dirty. I think I'm gonna head in, go to bed, and we'll see what else I accomplish out here this week. I spent the morning working, and now we are going to attempt to give Arrow his first official bath. He hates all things care. Like, he hates being brushed, he hates being toweled. We've had to hose him off once when he rolled in shit, and now he's traumatized and hates the hose. We'll see how it goes. An update for anybody that tuned into my last video. The 7-year expired pole beans that I planted did germinate. So again, don't throw away your expired seeds. They will still germinate, maybe just not as many. I'm super excited because I convinced Nate to order pizza tonight. He always wants to cook, never order out, which is great, but I want pizza, vegan pizza. It's gonna be amazing. Hi, Addie. There she is, in her spot. Hi, birds. It is a beautiful day in the garden today. I have what I call my nerd hat on. There's just no way to look cool wearing this, especially because the bill is angled, especially when I do this. It's a look. It's a look, I think. Last night it was nice and cloudy, so I spent some time kind of just doing basic maintenance. I mowed and weeded a bit, and then I trimmed our willow. Having a willow, you really have to give it haircuts, and especially a willow that is growing back after severe injury, basically completely falling to the ground. It's taken years, but it kind of can turn into a big shrub. And so it requires regular haircuts, basically. But what that means is I have to chip today. We have this massive pile right here. We have some more back there. It's just a debris field in our yard right now. I love our mini chipper. I made a video on TikTok that went viral as well as Instagram because people were just so wowed that you can buy a mini chipper. It's interesting because a lot of them have bad reviews when you look at them, but I think it's people kind of expecting them to do more than they are able. Ours is the Portland brand, and it is for 1 to 1.5 inch branches, and you can use it for dried blackberry cane, which we have tons of since Himalayan blackberry is invasive here. So we use it all the time, and you can also put dried leaves in there as well that connected to the branches. So it's just an amazing, amazing resource and tool to have to keep the carbon in your yard and to reuse and utilize all of this yard material that you naturally have when you maintain a garden and trees and all sorts of things. I think it is one of the best investments and tools that we've made, and it was only $130. So as long as you treat it right, I would say absolutely get one if you don't have one yet. So since we have so much, I think Nate is going to work on trimming these down, and then I will do chipping. I have to get my earplugs because it's very loud, as well as sunglasses. And I'll show you kind of how it works, but I really enjoy it. It is hot and sunny, so I will be wearing my nerd hat, whether you like it or not. See, this is why I love having a mini chipper so much, because all of this, all of those branches and that huge pile was made down into something so much smaller and so much more useful. Like, this is so soft, so varied, so there are so many different nutrients in this, and we can immediately use this for compost. We can throw it into some of our beds, use it for our walkways. It never gets old, being able to create something so useful from things that we already have in our yard. Well, we finished the first pile, the second pile, and have started on the third. So we're taking a break. I'm having an Olipop cream soda. Cream soda haters, I don't understand you. It's literally like the best soda, except root beer. But cream soda is like the summer treat version. We're definitely at the point in the year where the spring garden is kind of done and okay, Willow. And we're transitioning into the summer garden. Unfortunately, my collards are just so tough and crisping because it's been super hot. And I feel like I didn't get enough time with them. I planted them late, so of course, my fault. But yeah, same with my snap peas. It's like I feel like they're just now taking off and they're just about to kind of wither in the heat. Gus is eating the black cap raspberries. No matter how prepared I am each year, I feel like I'm still always behind when I should be planting or harvesting things. But I've just come to realize that gardening for me is about the vibes. Like, I know that I'm not at a level right now where I can feed my family based off of our garden. And so it's really about getting outside and getting my hands in the dirt and honestly just like witnessing the natural systems and how things grow. So I'm trying not to be too hard on myself that this year I was the most prepared ever, and yet I still feel like it hasn't paid off. That's why I'm always harping on the fact that like gardening will cure your perfectionism and it will test you with your perfectionism, because there's always just something to learn, something to do better, something to improve every single year. Trying not to get down on myself for having like a black thumb or whatever, because then I look around me and I see hundreds of flowers and all of my tomatoes doing well and garlic that's about to be harvested, beans that are growing, native plants up everywhere. This place used to be just flat, bare lawn and nothing else, so it's come quite far. These are the black caps, the native raspberry that Gus was eating. Wow. I feel like this is their best year yet. We planted these because we wanted the birds to have stuff to eat. And this always has so many berries and I never see the birds on it, which is so funny. Picked the last of our garlic scapes that we'll have with dinner. I'm always sad to see these go. You can't have those.